We are going to steal Emu!
He's a world-class a-hole. Self-absorbed and self-aggrandizing and disregards the needs of everybody.
Groovalicious T. Despicable is his full name.
But Gru gets love and acceptance almost by accident. He's not seeking it, he's just being him. And they're like, that was amazing.
Huh. I am pretty fun.
We all need love and acceptance. The thing that we don't tend to realize is that we're all already worthy of it. It's about finding the people who see that.
Light bulb.
Hello and welcome to Cinema Therapy. I'm Jonathan Decker and Beto.
I'm Alan Seawright, a professional filmmaker who needs therapy mostly because of Minions.
A little bit goes a long way and a lot of it goes a long way.
Wrong.
Yeah.
Bad.
But that's not why we're here today.
No!
We're here to talk about Gru and his arc from villain to hero. We're going to do a villain therapy just of the first film because that's the only one he's actually a villain in.
Groovalicious T. Despicable is his full name.
Okay, what happened to you? And why are you the way that you are?
It's a chemical imbalance.
Come on. Don't go back up. Yes, come on. Yes.
We're going to be talking about justifying hurtful behaviors towards other people when we have our own childhood trauma, and how we can journey to a place of self-acceptance and build healthy relationships. It's like mock concern. Oh my gosh.
So this is a first film from an animation studio, Illumination. Obviously they hired a lot of,
Experienced
talented
people, yeah.
animators and stuff, but like the animation in this movie is great. Some of the technical stuff. Some of the like technical trappings of the film were not kind of at the same level as like Pixar and Disney and DreamWorks of the same period, but the animation is so good it literally doesn't matter.
Even the person who wasn't in line.
Yep.
Take it personal, that's okay. Watch, this is so
And
fun.
then the smile.
Oh, despicable me.
Always leave a tip.
I was reading that Steve Carell is the reason why, like, they scripted some of these scenes and they're like, it's probably too much. Like, they're not going to like Gru because he's such a jerk. And Steve Carell is the one who says, no, lean into it because he needs an arc.
Yep.
And so just the little bit, like, I've done that jokingly with my kids because they've seen the movie. If they're talking to me and they're in my way, I'll just, like, take their head and just, like, and then walk around. What a great introduction to a character. In those two little comedy bits, you know almost everything you need to know. He's a world-class a-hole.
You know what might have helped Gru with his finances since the bank wouldn't give him a loan?
Consolidating some of his debt.
Absolutely! This episode is sponsored by PDS Debt Solutions.
PDS Debt rolls all of your payments into one low monthly payment.
PDS Debt could have really helped me that one time that I mistook a credit card for a charge card. Do you know what the difference is?
I do.
Yeah, a credit card, you can pay off a small amount over time. A charge card, you have to pay off everything in 1 month. I didn't know that.
Is this a real story?
This is a real story. I ended up thousands of dollars in debt and it went to collections. PDS Debt could have really helped me overcome my, I'm not going to say stupidity, I'm going to say ignorance.
And this could have helped me with any number of financial struggles during the first decade of starting a family that was really stressful. And I just ended up donating plasma week after week after week because I had so much interest on all my different cards and I could have just put them all together.
PDS Debt has customized solutions for anyone struggling with credit card debt, personal loans, collections, medical bills, a variety of things.
You can save thousands in interest and fees and pay off your debt in a fraction of the time.
Anyone with $10,000 or more in eligible debt immediately qualifies, and there is no minimum credit score required.
PDS Debt is offering a free debt analysis. It only takes 30 seconds, which is far less time than it takes to infiltrate Vector's fortress.
Head over to pdsdebt.com/cinema and get your free debt assessment today.
Hello, Mom. Sorry, I meant to call, but...
I just wanted to congratulate you on stealing the pyramid. Or was it a villain who's actually successful?
Just so you know, Mom, I am about to do something that's very, very big, very important. When you hear about it, you're going to be very proud.
Good luck with that. Okay, I'm out of here.
It's Julie Andrews,
I
right?
drew a picture of me landing on the moon. Look, Mom.
We need some real life movies, like not animated movies, where Julie Andrews is playing just a horrible villain.
Look, Mom, I made a real rocket based on the macaroni prototype.
So we see here that Gru has what's known as an anxious avoidant attachment style.
Oh, that makes sense because of the mommy issue.
Because of the mommy issues.
Yeah.
In attachment theory, there's disorganized attachment.
Yep.
Which is one of the insecure styles.
Sure.
There's insecure avoidant.
Got it.
There's insecure anxious, and there is secure. Anxious comes from when your parents are inconsistent. Sometimes they're loving, sometimes they're not. And so you're constantly trying to win their approval. And that's what Gru is as a child. He's trying to win his mother's approval, but he so consistently doesn't get it that he shifts into avoidant, which is when your parents are negligent or even abusive. And in Gru's case, he's like, sorry, I didn't call you back, Mom. I mean, that line tells you everything. Mm-hmm. He doesn't want to talk to her. He doesn't want to talk to her until he does something that can win her approval. So maybe he's actually more anxious.
I can't relate.
Maybe he's more anxious than avoidant, because avoidant people kind of give up the quest for approval.
Oh, and he's constantly trying to... Again, I can't relate. I have no idea what this is like. I've never been Gru.
I'm having a bad.
He's still going around, gonna do something very, very big. You're gonna be very proud.
It's not.
No. Stay away from there, it's fragile. Well, I suppose the plan will work with two.
It's dark in here. I poked a hole in my juice box.
That's pretty dark.
Yeah, that's what,
I love it.
Here's the thing. This is the ingredient that I think is most missing from the sequels and from the spin-off movies, which just kind of like lean into minion silliness. Once Gru becomes a good guy, I don't think good guys are bland or boring, but they made him bland and boring.
Yes.
Like, the first one has so many dark jokes that balance the sweetness, and it's this great little, like, sweet and salty thing.
Well, and for sequels, you could have had him learning and growing. Like, the darkness is still there, and he is... like doing things that he thinks are good and they're horrible. That could be such a source for so much comedy and growth because that's what life is like.
Yeah, we're missing the edge in the sequels.
As you can see, I have provided everything a child might need.
Pee-pee and poo-poo. The food is a dog bowl full of candy.
Okay. As I was saying, hey,
Somebody broke that.
Okay. Clearly, we need to set some rules. Rule number 1. You will not touch anything.
What about the floor?
Yes, you may touch the floor.
What about the air?
Yes,
This is
you may
such
touch
a real
the air.
conversation
What
that
about
you can have
this?
with kids. What about this?
Where did you get that?
Found it.
Okay, rule number 2, you will not bother me while I'm working. Rule number 3, you will not cry, or whine, or laugh, or giggle, or sneeze, or burp, or fart. So no annoying sounds, right?
Does this count as annoying?
Very. I will see you in 6 hours.
Okay. Don't worry. Everything's going to be fine. We're gonna be really happy here.
You can also tell that there were people involved in the making of this film who have children, because that is like whoever wrote that has kids.
So painfully accurate. Just horrifyingly, this is my life every day.
And as a parent, you lay down rules, and it's like you do it long enough, and you're just speaking into the void. I just wanted to point out that in the quest for his goals, he's setting unrealistic expectations of these girls and ignoring their needs. And that is something that's very human.
Sure.
That doesn't make him a villain. That just makes him a person, right?
Only needing 2 of them is what makes him a villain.
Oh my gosh. I guess the plan will work with 2. But it's something to be mindful of, because it's fine to make personal sacrifices for your goals. It's not fine to make others make personal sacrifices for your goals without their consent.
Yeah, if people are willing to sacrifice, like, my wife has given up many, many things to help me satisfy my personal goals, and I feel guilt. And gratitude. Guiltitude.
We're just making up emotions here at Cinema Therapy. It's not empirically based.
He just knows.
Because those things are just...
I mean, they're scams.
They're such scams.
There's a Mark Rober video about these that are great.
And they target innocent children who just want stuffy.
I got it! Cool! Aww.
Whoa, 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 whoa. What was that? She hit that. I saw that with my own eyes.
Hey, buddy, let me explain something to you. You see that little tin spaceship? You see how it's not knocked over? Do you know what that means, Professor? It means you don't get the unicorn! Oh! Uh-oh, somebody got a frowny face. Ooh, better luck next time.
Okay, my turn.
Like, what is that? I love that it fires a sun.
Knocked over!
And then the quotable...
You don't let me!
That was awesome.
You blew up the whole thing! Let's go to start another game!
And then he softens.
Of course he does. She wants mayhem.
I look at this. Gru has spent his childhood seeking the acceptance of his mother and not getting it. And seeking the acceptance of the villain community, the banker. But he's trying everywhere, and he gets it from the minions, right? Sure. But the minions are kind of like your dog. Like, just anybody walks in, they're like, we love you!
Yay!
But Gru gets love and acceptance almost by accident in this scene. He's not seeking it. He's just being him. And who he is, they're like, that was amazing. That was great. That was cool. The lesson I see in this is finding your people. Because we all need love and acceptance. The thing that we don't tend to realize is that we're all already worthy of it. It's about finding the people who see that.
To be fair, if your people are the ones who are loving and accepting of your destruction of private property,
Yeah, listen, I wouldn't read
maybe
too
you
far.
can make some changes.
Listen, but it works in the universe of the movie.
Sure.
Because
Sure
he's
does.
mayhem and they love mayhem.
Are these beds made out of bombs?
Yes, but they are very old and highly unlikely to blow up.
Cool.
This is the turning point for Gru of, because literally right before this he's trying to get rid of the girls.
Right.
And now he's realizing, oh, there could be something meaningful here for them and for me.
Right.
Oh, so go to sleep.
But we can't. We're all hyper.
And without a bedtime story, we'll just keep getting up and bugging you. All night long.
Children are terrorists.
All right. All right. Sleepy kittens. Sleepy kittens. What are these?
Puppets. You use them when you tell the story.
Okay, let's get this over with. 3 little kittens love to play. They had fun in the sun all day. Then their mother came out and said, "Time for kittens to go to bed." Wow, this is garbage. You like this?
Keep
This
Like
is
this.
garbage.
Come on.
All right. 3 little kittens started to bawl. Mommy were not tired at all. Their mother smiled and said with a purr, "Fine, but at least you should brush your fur."
Now you brush the fur.
This is literature? A 2-year-old could have written this. All right. 3 little kittens with fur
I
all
have said
brushed
that exact
said, "You
quote
can't sleep
before I
in
saw
the
this movie. This is literature?
Mother replied with a voice like silk. Fine, but at least you should drink your milk.
Now make them drink the milk.
Oh, I don't like this book. This is going on forever. 3 little kittens with milk all gone rubbed their eyes and started to yawn. We can't sleep.
Why does that
Even
work?
cry. Then their mother sang a lullaby. Good night, kittens. Close your eyes. Sleep in peace until you rise. Though while you sleep, we are apart. Your mommy loves you with all her heart.
So there's a attachment wound for him.
The end. Okay. Good night.
Wait!
What?
What about goodnight kisses?
No. There will be no kissing or hugging or kissing.
He's not gonna kiss us goodnight, Agnes.
I like him. He's nice. But scary. Like Santa.
So we go from somebody who is self-absorbed and self-aggrandizing and disregards the needs of everybody because of his own attachment wounds. So I would land on a disorganized attachment style is a mixture of anxious and avoidant.
Okay.
And that's probably what he is on like low key because he avoids his mother's calls.
Right.
But unlike just a straight avoidant attachment style, he's still trying to earn her approval. There's these attachment wounds going on, and then he meets these little girls who accept him for him and like him for him, and that's fulfilling. But the issue is that it's only one way.
Is this a movie about me?
Yes.
It's about time that I get.
And so with these girls, it's about what they can give him, right? This community that they can give him. But when it comes to what they want and what they need, it's still, right? I don't want to do the bedtime story. And he is kind of bonded with them, but then he sacrifices them. He gives them up, puts himself first again, achieves his goals, and finds it to be a hollow victory. Because he realizes that he's been doing the whole moon thing to get acceptance, and he already had it with them, and then he gave them up. And so then he goes in like a badass to get them back. The moon, like, growing and rolling around.
Okay, girls, you're going to have to jump.
Jump? Are you insane?
Don't worry, I will catch you.
You gave us back!
I know, and it is the worst mistake I ever made. But you have to jump now.
Accountability kink?
It'll be okay.
Activated.
Okay, girls.
Jump now!
Margot, I will catch you. And I will never let you go again.
So Steve Carell was absolutely right. If they had watered down what a jerk he is at the beginning,
The transformation wouldn't be as impactful or fun or funny.
it's beautiful.
Yeah.
You know, I let you go and I will never make that mistake again. I will never let you go again, right? It is the worst mistake I ever made. It is accountability. And that's how they know that they can trust him. Not just because he says he's sorry, but because he's demonstrating it. You know, in his case, he's way up in the sky with these little yellow freaks piloting a ship. And I can call them freaks without offending anybody in real life because they're not based off of anything.
If you identify as a minion,
You are a freak.
you got other issues.
There's going to be a whole community that's going to be so mad at us now that we didn't even know existed. And this is where Gru goes from villain to hero, right? Because the only reason he was a villain was for acceptance, and he's already found it. And his schemes, it was never about doing evil, it was just about impressing. It's a pretty beautiful little story nestled in here, and also it's a lot of fun.
Honestly, the reason this movie works so well, and the first Despicable Me movie is a great movie, it works because of that.
Yeah.
Because there's such a great character journey, and because there's little yellow banana nubbins running around.
Yeah, no, I love the Minions. don't want a whole movie.
3 sleepy kittens!
Oh no, sorry, that book was accidentally destroyed maliciously. Tonight,
That's my favorite line in this
we are going to
movie.
read a new book. This one is called One Big Unicorn. By who wrote this? Oh, me! I wrote it. Oh, look, it's a puppet book. Here, watch this. That's the horn.
Self-deprecation
This is gonna be the best book ever.
is
Not
such a
to pat
great way
myself
to
on the back.
win the hearts of a child.
Yes, it probably will be. Here we go.
Yeah,
One big
best book ever. It
unicorn,
probably will
strong
be.
and Free, thought he was happy as he could be.
Scarf.
Then 3 little kittens came around and turned his whole life upside down.
Hey, that one looks like me.
No, what are you talking about? These are kittens. Any relation to persons living or dead is completely coincidental.
I love the dog does the side eye.
They made him laugh. Ho ho! They made him cry. Oh. He never should have said goodbye. And now he knows he could never part from those 3 little kittens that changed his heart. The end. Okay, all right. Good night.
And this is something I love about movies. You can have something as ridiculous as this film, but you can have an emotional core that is very real and resonates.
I love you.
Yeah, I love you too.
And something as schmaltzy as a little kid.
No, no. Didn't I get you already?
Yeah, something as schmaltzy as having a little kid say, like, give him a hug and say, I love you. Have you ever read early reviews of E.T.? Mm-mm. All through the 80s, there was this whole breed of reviewer who just sort of hated Steven Spielberg because he made movies that people liked. It's like, oh, it's not highbrow enough. There were several reviews because Elliot, you know, when E.T. is flying away, says, I love you. And they were like, oh, it's so... How could you? How could you express actual human emotion? It's beautiful.
Yeah.
It's a wonderful thing, and it ties everything up so well.
And so Gru's turn, we saw in the scene before this one, starts with accountability. And we have to follow accountability with tenderness and affection. And tenderness and affection take different forms in different relationships. And with some people, tenderness and affection is a punch on the shoulder or playful teasing or whatever, if it's what the other person responds to, if it lands for them. But actually openly showing that affection, and especially with kids, they don't need it coded. They just need it open and direct. And so for him to come back and remember the need was, can you kiss us goodnight? And to go back, and before he didn't want to risk it. Before he was still thinking about his mom hurting him and he didn't want to get close and get hurt again. And then he realized these kids aren't going anywhere. And as far as the Minions are concerned, yes, you can have too much of a good thing, but that doesn't mean they're not a good thing.
That was the right amount of a great, like... A good thing in the right amount is a great thing. That was great. I love the Minions in this movie. They're so much fun.
Wait! I haven't told you what it is yet.
So until next time.
That YouTube channel was accidentally destroyed maliciously.
I am pretty fun.
You are.
And thank you.
Watch movies! We like to thank our patrons, people. They get lots of bonus rewards, and also they can get their names, like this name.
Read on our channel. People like Dwight Trollinger.
Chad Payne, I like your name, it's painful.
Rena Nice.
Texan, I assume you're from Arkansas.
Super Family.
You can't even do it without giggling.
Thank you for supporting us. We love you.